There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying, girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. But that's your fault, hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yes, outside dog. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you try to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying, girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. That's your fault, hell, you brought in this outside dog.
That's the team we're gonna be.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Outside, so I'm staying inside. Shawty, you and I got to the pool like Tupac. I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Going on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised you can ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs. Gripping on it like I'm picking the pride. Hit the crib with it, collide.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw right away. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. The Steelers at 10-2 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
To throw is Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now it's Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Captain.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Bengals are going to give the football back at their own 17. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And right away, he lost the football. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice for such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Throwing is Hurts. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Hurts to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. You look at the Steeler defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
so now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run out of the gun with Irvin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This defense for the Steelers very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. He'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Silver, ready?
From the gun, it's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Irvin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Bengals 7.
kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
To throw, here's Nix. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh.
Hold on, set. Captain. Ready. Bombers.
Throwing Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready. Joe.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Captain. Hold on, set. Ready. Bombers. Call 11.
Nix to the air. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Ready. Motion. Olay. Joe.
Second and 3. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
HM. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met it as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Burt sets up to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try it now with Irving. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's a 2nd and 8. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
180, 180.
They'll set up a throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're going to try and throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Achane on 1st and 10. Yeah, good work there in open space. So he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Nix from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Middle. Kill.
From the gun on 3rd down. Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Ready. Olay. Joe.
Back to the air with Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
They'll look to throw again. Nick's going to keep this himself, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Nix to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A final shot before break. Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the 2nd half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to
fights through and now a crease. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Bust through the tackle. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Hurts completing this one quickly. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Easy, 63, pass. Go silver, right?
On 2nd down and 4. Hurts. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Hey, 73.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Here's Achane to start the drive. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7. Again, it's Achane. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now it's Nix. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Ready? Olay.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Well, it was him as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Bombers.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing is Hurts. This is caught by Addison. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Hey, easy, 63, guys. Delta.
To come by here, he gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Jake Ferguson from 8 yards out. The Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Bengals 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And the Steelers first down.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Break the trumpet off, then break you off something soon. I got to get my props. Cops come and try to snatch these things when I'm on my house stand.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw. Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Shannon Watkins, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bengals 14.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, you know, in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hurts. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No brainer.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. The second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers extend this 4th-quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is a chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Miami. 63, 60.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Great, set. Anyone up? Hey!
They'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any self-completions, no points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
All right, I got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Great, set. And
they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on third down, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of the first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go with McCaffrey. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To throw, here's Nix. And it is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Good for us, Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point, and the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give them 17 at a Cincinnati first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball down. That went out wide and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Random perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
Ready! Ready? Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Next to the air. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Almost set. Ready? 180.
Nix to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's go. Trim it. Hey! Now let's get it. Tiger Hornet.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And the Bengals first down.
Good. Hey, Silver.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. On the RPO, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play.